knows deep as 800 feet and can stay underwater for several months. Aircraft carriers are big ships that can carry planes and over 5,000 sailors. The Navy has over 500,000 sailors. The motto is honor, courage, and commitment.
If you are a veteran of the United States Navy, would you please stand so you may honor? First grade, please stand. Kindergarten, first grade, please stand and turn around and look at those veterans as they sing Anchors Away.
Yep.
Of the U.S. Armed Forces. It used to be part of the Army, but was made into a separate branch in 1947. Most Air Force soldiers stay on ground. There are hundreds of support jobs which are needed to help the mission. The Air Force has over 5,000 airplanes and over 500,000 soldiers that are active or in reserves. The Air Force has different kinds of planes, like bombers, cargo transporters, and fighter jets. There is one plane called VIP, which means very important person. That plane is for the president. It's called Air Force One. The AMAN creates as the core values are integrity first, service before self, and excellence in all we do.
If you are a veteran of the United States Air Force, would you please stand so we may honor you today?
Was born on November 10, 1775 by the Continental Congress. The Marines have been the first branch of the armed forces to serve in every war. Since that day, they have mounted over 300 assaults on foreign shores from the Arctic to the tropics. Marine Corps adopted Semper Fidelis as its official motto in 1883. Translated from Latin, Semper Fidelis means always faithful. Marines use an abbreviated version, Semper Fi, to voice loyalty and commitment to their Marine comrades in arms. Once a Marine, always a Marine. Once the title U.S. Marine has been earned, it is kept. There are no ex-Marines or former Marines. There are only active duty Marines, reserve Marines, and Marine veterans. Once one has earned the title, they remain a Marine for life.
If you are a veteran of the United States Marine Corps, would you please stand so we may honor you?
1790 and was called the United States Revenue Cutter Service. It was established by Alexander Hamilton under the Department of the Treasury. Until the reestablishment of the United States Navy in 1798, the Revenue Cutter Service was the only naval force of the year in the U.S.
It was established to collect taxes from a brand new nation of pirate smugglers. When the officers were at sea, they were told to crack down on piracy. While they were at it, they might as well rescue anyone in distress. In 1915, the Revenue Cutter Service was merged in the United States Life-Saving Service to become the United States Coast Guard.
On February 25, 2002, the Coast Guard was placed in the Department of Homeland Security. However, under the Coast Guard Maritime Transportation Act of 2006, upon the declaration of war, and when Congress so directs in the declaration, or when the President directs, the Coast Guard operates under the Department of Defense as a service in the Department of the Navy.
After Hurricane Katrina's aftermath in 2005, the Coast Guard rescued or evacuated more than 32,500 people. 6 times as many as it saved in 2004. The Coast Guard was saving lives before any other federal agency, despite the fact that almost half the local Coast Guard personnel lost their own homes in the hurricane.
The Coast Guard currently has about 41,000 sailors, which is about the size of the New York City Police Department. The overall mission of the Coast Guard is to protect the public, the environment, and economic and security interests in any United States waterway.
If you are a veteran of the United States Coast Guard, would you please stand? I know we always have one, Mr. Behringer, and we have a second one.
Army is a branch of the United States military responsible for land-based military operations. It is the largest and oldest established branch. The modern Army has its roots in the Continental Army, which was formed in 1775 to meet the demands of the American Revolutionary War. This was even before the establishment of the United States.
Congress created the United States Army on June 14, 1784, after the end of the Revolutionary War, to replace the disbanded Continental Army. The primary mission of the Army is to provide native forces to support the national security and defense strategies. The U.S. Army is led by Civilian Secretary of the Army, who reports to the Secretary of Defense and serves as a civilian oversight of the U.S. Army Chief of the Staff. The Joint Chiefs of Staff is a group of chiefs with each service who advise the President and Secretary of Defense on military matters.
The United States Army is made up of 3 parts: the active component, called the regular Army, and 2 reserve components, called the Army National Guard and the Army Reserve. This puts the combined component strength total at about 1 million soldiers.
If you are a veteran of the United States Army or active in it right now, would you please stand to your feet?